All the class representatives about to start.
Ashwini ma'am, your voice is breaking. I think your network is not stable. Ashwini ma'am, am I audible? Ashwini ma'am, your voice is breaking. I think your network is not stable.
All the class representatives kindly ask your classmates to join the meeting immediately. The session is about to start in 5 minutes. So we'll wait for 5 more minutes so that others can join in. I welcome all the participants and Ms. Shanti ma'am to the second half of the program. Shanti ma'am, you can start off with the session, ma'am.
Okay. I'll share my screen. One. Okay, let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Hello? Hello, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
okay, okay. So you must be knowing now also little bit, very little bit
Screen is
about.
visible, ma'am.
Okay. So now I will say a few points about the importance of why we need SAP. There are so many modern softwares, ERP packages are available. Oracle is we can say it's a competitor to SAP, but SAP is more, giving more facility, and it is fully automated. And once the clients and the company use that product, so they will not come back because lot of comfort. So the anybody sitting in the top level in any other country, they may be the client may be sitting in one country and they can easily track what is going on in the system. Just the system will give them every information what they need, where they are, so what's currently happening, and what is their status now, financial status. End of the day, every company wants to know their financial status, whether they can proceed with this particular. Suppose I work for this current client and they bought another company in Florida. That company called Neutronex. It's a fully vitamin company. The vitamin tablets and the healthcare products they make it. Say this company bought that company, so they want to know the. So we were integrating. So that is in different system. So we were bringing that into our system. This company who bought that company. So where there are some integration points of how they want, so we have to give name for that. Here, the naming convention normally is, if you work in software industry, every company will give a unique naming convention, how they want, what they want to keep for this particular name. For example, they have all the profit. SAP has given the name Profit Center. So, but some companies, PepsiCo, they mentioned like uh, item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they have 241 products in the market, all food items like Quaker, oats, Tropicana juice, and nuts, and so many things. Not only Pepsi, they have in the market. After going to the company, I came to know. So they want to track all the products, the expense and the profit. So they want to give some name on that. So similarly, when we combine that Neutronex to this company, so we have to give carefully note on the how do we combine, integrate, and take the data together to get the initial upload and the balance sheets and all the reports to know the top level management. The end of the day, they want to see all of them. So these integration, as I said, it is full of the integration is the main thing in SAP. Suppose if you consider any other company, they will be maintaining all the finance data, the general ledger related data in one system, production related data in one another system, sales related data in another system. So when they have any issue, then they cannot integrate together. And there will be some system, some interfaces. They have to get some interfaces. That's also again going to be a software interfaces to interact with the subsystems to bring all of them together into one main system. So it's a huge work, and also data risk is there. And when they map and bring it to the other system, the mapping, if they do some error in the mapping, and that will be a failure. If I bring to one to one, I have to bring, instead of that, if I bring 1 to 2, there will be a big mess. So all those things, risk is handled in SAP. There won't be any risk because everything in one system, everything, all of them, all modules. I will show some screens how it works. So now that is the main thing, because integration, it is synchronized. As you see that Apple phone, Mac laptop, so it will sync. So the same way, one module is sync with another module. So no need of like other ERP packages, no need of syncing that, bringing that, and writing code to bring one system to another system. So many middleware, so nothing is needed. It will sync, and by setting up integration points, data flows directly. So anybody can, from one end to another end, they can see it. Okay, so that is main importance is data flow, and it is centralized. It is not decentralized in different system, different documents, different data that is considered here. And that is what we call it as cross-functional. That is SD, HR, CRM, HRM, supply chain, product life cycle management, all are integrated. So everybody hit finance data. Everybody brings data to finance department. Only two categories, either it may be expense or it may be revenue, or it may be some gift, or it may be some Thanksgiving, or anyway, it is going to be an expense again. So anything what they spend is going to be expense. Anything what they receive, it's going to be revenue. So that way, every module is interacted with the finance module. So that is the integration cross-functional. Functional, we call that material management is one function module. We call them function module. Finance is one function module. It works in a different set of functions. Each has a different process. And then minimum risk, because there is no risk of handling data. There is no risk of duplicates. We won't be having duplicates. And SAP has given lot of facility for each country for tax calculations. And every bank sector, they can enjoy the different way of the configure. You will be amazed to see the screens. I have one screen. I can show that after this. And expense, because they are reducing the expenses of spending with a lot of different third-party tools. With one system, once you bring SAP into, then you do not go for any other additional tools for fixing this and that. SAP then itself is having SPS, HFM to bring the data in the web-related data, web pros for writing code. So it has a lot of facilities, like additional facilities, like every other small things, whatever the other technologies are considering. So now I will show some screens. But I will advise you entry level in SAP if you want to go. Functional, I cannot say nothing is tough, only constant effort. You can go as a programmer, SAP ABAP developer, take a training, go as a developer. Only when you work on, the developer will be working for under a material management client, material management functional. You'll be working under a finance functional, like me or anybody else. So you will be learning each module. You will be working separate. You will be working for each module. It is not a developer is not going to, but we functional, we work for one particular module. Developer will be working for each different module. Whichever client you are going, depends on the client, what they are using, what the product they are developing. You will be coding for that particular module related to the data you will be taking, and write a program or report or form or anything like. So initially get inside SAP ABAP developer, you will know at least what's happening in every module. You will go through, when you write the code, you will know the functionality. Slowly, you will be learning everything. So once you are a developer for a few years, then you will know the process happening in the entire company. You will go for, this is not a permanent job, so I'm a consultant contractor. Almost every Indian works initially at least till that you get green card. So we all will be working like a consultant contractors. So that is good because contractors more demanded per people wherever they don't have people in the full time in the client in US, the clients. So they will hire contractor through these MNCs, and also so many local vendors are there. American vendors are there, other country, European vendors are there, and Indian vendors are there. So small vendors, we call them consultancies. So and though through that you can go as a developer initially. So you will work each client, you will be doing different, not different. The coding will be similar, but you will the process and the tables what you handle and the function modules, subroutines, whatever you handle may be different. So as I said, I work for 7 different industries. So almost only the public sector company, non-profit organizations like UNICEF, their data is different because they are not going to make profit. So finance related things, handling finance is different in a way of doing it. Than the people, those who are calculating profit end of the year and paying tax to the government. That works in a different way. And this is the one small example I'm taking it, how the SAP screen looks like. Some of you must have seen, but just for a sample, I'm saying when the material management people, when they configure, how they configure, what they configure, they create a material. So here the screen says that the material, we give number because there will be n number of materials. They are all billion-dollar companies where we work. So they cannot name that. That will be a lot of confusion. We'll give numbers. And that is LCD TV, that's just for example. So measurement unit. So number, TV will be in count, it's not in kilograms. So the division, which division? Because the sales department, when they supply, there will be sales from which plant it is coming. Plant is the place where they produce the plant, production plant. So which plant it is supplying? Because the current company where I work, the plant they have in so many places. Even in US they have, then outside the other countries they have, wherever they feel like economical. You see Apple phone, they are manufactured in China. So the same way the plant will be in different production plant, maybe different place. So we have to specify from which plant it is going to come, which sales organization is going to take care, which division is bringing. These are hierarchies. All those things we have to carefully configure. This is why I mentioned in the resume, configuring the system. What is the weight of this this TV? If they want to. So initially it is number of pieces. So what is the total weight? Because when they ship, all those things are matter. So which classification type, material class it is coming. There will be n number of materials. Which class, which category of material it is coming. This is the way we configure. This is general data. And I will show you where sales and finance data comes. So if you see this classification, under classification, even the color is noted here. Even the dimension, how much dimension. Everything SAP has given facility. You cannot see any other one in the world. So it's a number 1 in the world, that's why. So I'm showing it just for small reference. So it will ask for what is the color of the product, what is the dimension of the product. Every parameter is keenly considered by SAP. So the plant, from which plant, which sales organization, everything will be in number because it is hard to give name for that, as I said initially. These are things material management department is configuring. It's not from my end. Then now they know this material from this plant it's coming, and where it is storage location, and the weight and everything is considered here. Just like that, there will be some 50 screens to create one product, one material. And also if we make any issue, everything, whatever we give here, and when I give save, it will be saved in the respective material management databases. If I do wrong, if the other functional consultant is doing wrong, when the developer is writing the code, by picking up the database tables, everything will be wrong. The report will be a big mess. If the client wants to do this, just a small enhancement in 3 months or 2 months, and if we commit back and forth this error, we cannot even track it. So the config, that's why the functionals are we're giving the detail level document. So this is a way I'm going to, but we will be documenting, sorry. Everything, whatever we do, our side, we will document. Some people will record it. So if anything went wrong, then we'll come back and we will check where we went wrong. You see, there is a place, the tab called accounting 1, accounting 2. So here, this is a material management people's document actually. SAP is like this, screen by screen, screen by screen. It will not like a blank Word document like we'll be writing the code. So here we will configure this way. It will be having n number of screens for each one. It is just one material creation we are talking about here. So that's a huge configuration. So we will take at least 2 months for a new implementation, 2 to 3 months for doing one new. If it is enhancement, we'll take less time. Maybe 15 days or 1 month we'll finish it. Depends on the complexity of the project. And the valuation class, here you see a word valuation class. That is the one here, the material management person is giving here. And that is connected with GL accounts. So this material along with the valuation class in some other screen, I didn't take all the screens. Valuation class is connected to accounting document. You see the tab, the top itself, it is not a finance screen. It is a material management screen, but SAP has given one accounting screen. There they are giving a key, the key to connect finance, to bring this data into finance side. So not all the data will be coming. Exactly what the GL account related expense data, the amount when they buy this product. So what is this material cost? How much they bought it? So that amount, where it should go and which account it should go. That way this will flow to my finance system. So this is the integration point. So similarly, the data flows to costing side. This is for, I said finances for government reporting, government related, tax related information. So this is another screen. So here also they are giving costing lot. So the integration points, I said how the data is flowing. We are setting up some integration point, SAP has set up. Then here you see the costing C. Costing, I said management accounting, for the management point of view, how much they spent and how much, where they are, their status at each stage. So here also you see valuation class under costing. You look at the top one, costing sheet, costing data, not costing sheet, costing data under material master. We are giving valuation class so that the data can be, this data, whatever we are posting here, it will be considered in the finance side, finance and controlling side. Now, after they purchase, now the material is created. Similarly, vendor master will be created. This is what I spoke. What I have spoken is material master related screens. Similarly, vendor master is created. Now all the vendor, who are all the vendors? The vendor is created, numbers. Finally, after the vendor is created and I supplied, vendor has supplied materials to us and their invoice. should be entered in the system. So we will be entering the vendor invoice. So this vendor number 1 has supplied this material. The cost is this much. And to where there are n number, here you see the GL account. You see this GL account here. Are you seeing the GL account? So they are saying this vendor expense should go to this GL account. That's a way. This is the next screen actually. So vendor invoice. 1 minute. Vendor invoice. If you see the vendor, what is the invoice date? Which date that the invoice is posting, and what is the amount? We'll filling up the amount. And here also so many tabs. You see, this is the way. You see that payment on tab is there, details, tax, withholding tax, all those things are there. And there is a save button. This button, so we have to save it. When we save it or park it, if I have missing information, I'll be parking it. After getting the additional information, I'll save it. Once I save, it will be saved in the respective tables. So the developer can fetch the data from the respective vendor data. And if anybody is asking, so how much we have to pay to the vendor X, just run the program, give the vendor number. So it will generate and give that vendor details. So we have to pay some 1 million to this particular vendor or 10 lakhs to this vendor. That way they can generate once we save it. So here we have a GL account associated. So every vendor invoice is associated with the GL account through which finance department will get the data. So again, finance document. This is a way we used to post all finance people, how we are posting. So the company has spent some money for the postal charges. So that is going as debit. And what is the amount? So the postage is coming to us, that is a debit, and that amount is going as a credit. So this should be equal. All those factors should be, and from which cost center? We call them cost center. Who is paying? Client is not going to pay by cash or check or anything. Client has created, SAP has given cost center aspect, and the cost center is like the person holding money to spend for this material purchase. So each cost center, they will design, we will design, finance people will design with the help of the client. Client will say as, so there can be this many cost centers. Cost center 1 will hold some 50 lakhs. Cost center 2 will be holding this much because they are related to buying the material. Some cost centers will have a less amount, that is for some parties, some Thanksgiving parties, I said, something internal activities, some seminars going on. So some cost centers will be allocated less cost. Some cost centers which is going to take the lead of the total products to manufacture, so they will have more money in this cost centers. So I am telling here, this cost center is going to supply for the postage. That's the meaning of it. When I assign a cost center, the meaning is the cost is the expenses taken by this cost from this cost center. And this is the way we have to unveil. There are so many different document types. And the currency is euro. So which currency we are posting in? European currency or USD or INR. So which currency this document is going to be posted? Where we are doing business, based on that, the currency should be given. So this is the way SAP is handling, and the integration of everything is happening. Similarly, the sales data, sales master they create, and how much the customer, instead of vendor and customer are similar. The same screen will be there almost. Instead of vendor will be customer. So customer invoice date, how much they are paying, for what they are paying. So debit and credit. And instead of cost center, there will be a profit center. Instead of cost center here, we will be having a profit center. This revenue goes to which profit center it's going. End of the day, they can run the profit center report. They can know from this product. So they have, suppose I have 5 products. I have 5 different books. For example, I have Charla, the publication is. So we have some 400 books, suppose, or some 100 books, example. So I'm seeing that the arts book I have, even I have engineering book. Recently I said, so I cannot print the arts book from now because it is not profitable, and also the group of people buying is not less, and the book cost is very less, and also the group engineering, we have 500 engineering colleges, and arts almost all government, and also the group of people those are buying. Just I'm saying openly the example. So the group of people are they are coming here. Their level of buying the book is very less. So they cannot. Many students, I have given free book during COVID for many arts college students. So they are not able to afford it, the book cost. So it is not this is not profitable to me. So we changed the logo, and we have given the all engineering for teacher Lada, and there is another company Star Lada, that handles arts. That way we are doing it. For example, I'm saying that which product is giving me profit, whether it is okay to continue. That way every product should be analyzed. This product is, suppose I have training division, I have training and placement I have. So placement we were working for from June we were working for. So there we had some risk in that. We have placements. We are getting projects from the vendor from Bangalore and Chennai. That is for MNCs. But there are some risk factors inside. So the insides that I can speak to your faculties, not to you, your students. So there are those things I am considering. So that way, every client they have some 300 product or 500 product, or just 10 products. Well, Apple, if you say, they have minimum product, but they make maximum profit. So that is the way every company thinks of it. So this profit, where it goes. So that is the way these are all recorded in the system. Whatever I record, the configuring means recording. I'm keeping everything in the database. So this vendor's data, this customer data, and also the vendor data will be giving their bank details. Customer also will give the bank details and their address, zip code, and their country, their currency, and their tax stamp, and how do they agree the payment, and how do they want the payment for the vendor, and the customer, how do we agree to collect payment from them. Suppose if they fail to pay, and there is a credit management, there is a separate module SAP has given. Suppose customers, there are 1 lakh customers. So some people are keep on buying it, they are not paying it. And they paid 50%. They stopped paying after 2019. They were good customer earlier. All these evaluations are done by credit management module. There is a module credit management. So that then they will be sending dunning notice, and all those stuff are there. All the notice creation, everything is automatic. So easily they can know whether they can continue with the customer, they can supply to the customer, or they can stop the customer. Or even from vendor, some products always he is giving out of 100. Some items are damaged, and they are not creating any credit note for that. So many things are there. That also can be tracked in SAP. So every industry is using. I said even the Cargill, they are using it. Every unique industry can use it. These are the integration points I'm saying. That is why SAP is peak in the market. Very important. Every big business, if they use SAP, then there is no struggle of risk complexity. And they extended with many more small additions that also along with the SAP business object, I said, even like other Cognos, IBM product, and Oracle OBA, Oracle product, they have SAP business object, similar function. I told you, similar functionality, drag and drop. Just they can write a report and see anywhere, anytime, even from the mobile, you can see that. So that is very good for the companies and the management, one who is sitting in the top level to track on that. And how many vendors are there and what are the different countries and which country is giving more profit, whether they can do continue their relationship and the business with that country. So many analysis can be done through SAP, and it's giving not partial data, it's complete data, it's giving clear picture. So I think you can ask questions now again. I showed you with a small example. So with the screen, this is the way each configuration will have set of screens, and that should be carefully considered. Even one check mark will fail the entire process. Here check mark, you see here, I will see here there is a check mark, calculate tax. If I am not checking it, the money what I am entering, the tax will not be calculated. So each should be carefully considered here. Can you please ask me questions if you have? Or you can give your views. I can guide you if you want to be SAP developer or functional. Hello, are you there? Hello. Any questions? You can type in the, you can type or you can ask me. Because it is like an ocean, where to start. But just I have given the importance, and through the screens I showed you how the data is flowing. What I mean by integration. Any questions?
Students, anybody having any questions? Ma'am, now we have to take a photo.
Okay.
So all of you switch on your video. Pa. Students, all of you switch on your video.
Even from my end, yes.
So all the participants switch on your video for photo. Ma'am, you stop the screen sharing, ma'am.
You want it? Okay. I thought only for the students. Okay. Okay.
So we have to take photos.
Okay.
Students, anybody having questions, you just ask the questions, pa. Can raise questions now. Students, all of you switch on your camera for photo. Ma'am, okay, ma'am.
So I think
You can proceed.
yeah, I'm asking them to ask questions. If they ask,
Yes, ma'am.
any questions, students?
Students can raise the questions.
This title is little complex. They may not within 1 hour, so they cannot understand fully, but they can raise even if it's any type of question related to this, you can ask. Are you all final year?
Anybody having any queries?
Final years? Are you all final years? All the students?
I think there is no questions, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, second year. So they are saying that I'm asking them whether they are final year, second year. Okay. A second year maybe. Stuff to understand. Okay, ma'am. If it is for the final year, they may get some idea too, because they may be searching for job.
Yes, ma'am.
Second year, maybe it's a huge topic. It's a hard topic actually. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's a vast topic.
Yeah. Okay. If we don't have any questions, then we can wind up. But still, I can wait for
Yes.
10 minutes if you want. If by 5 minutes, I can wait. Any question, whatever, ma'am, I need to dig deep into this topic so that I can understand something. Yeah. Even I worked as a MCA HOD and I did PhD in computer science. It took 1.5 years to understand the things, the process in SAP, it's just huge. But I said with a few slides, may be difficult to understand. But you will be knowing what's going on in SAP, why the people talk about it's the number one. So you will be knowing why every industry globally, in US, Europe, even in India, everywhere they are using because of this. It has every parameter in the industry is considered by SAP. Even we forget they consider all the important points for every business. Oh, thank you. Somebody is saying it's useful. Okay, then. Have a blessed day. So we'll wind up. Shall I wind up, ma'am? That's all done. They don't have any questions.
I'm on vote of thanks.
I now call upon Mrs. Priya R., Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to deliver the vote of thanks.
I am honored and delighted to take this opportunity to thank the gathering on this special day. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to Dr. Shanti Dureraj for sharing her knowledge with us. I also extend my sincere thanks to the management for encouraging us to conduct this one-day online seminar. I also wish to express my gratitude to Dean, Faculty of Science and Humanities, for gracing this occasion. I render my special thanks to our VP Academics, VP Admin, and our beloved HOD for their consistent support. Finally, I would like to thank our faculty members and our beloved students for their cooperation and support. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity after a long time. I'm like a teacher. I'm teaching. I remember old days about where I was a lecturer. So good to be with students. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, students, for listening. I don't know what's happening behind the screen. Thank you.
Students, you can leave the session part. Thank you. Thank you all.
நாளைக்கு ஃபுட் வச்சிருக்கேன்.